Welcome everybody to Highman TV, and West Ham have lost 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. You know what? I am not surprised. This is not going to be some rant. This is going to be fair and obvious because here's why. We've seen this. This is today's game just to find why are we having these problems this season. Why are we 15th in the league? Why are we underperforming? This game just showed why are we in this situation. We can't defend. We're having the same problem as last season where players that can't defend are in the team sheet and just giving balls away. They're not running back, not going towards their opposition players. Then there's no hope for this club because this club is getting killed time after time after time. Death is happening for our club, and there's nothing to, no one to deal with the problem. There's no one to deal with the problem. There's players out there in our club who's only saying, I want to fight for the wages. I don't want to fight for the club. There's players who goes to our club, comes and goes and just say, hey, we're going to go out there. I don't care who's paying for my wages. I'm getting paid either way. We're not doing anything. We're getting balls, we're crossing the ball. When players like Bowen and Cruz is smaller than players like Milinkovic, Aina, Sells, Morello, what are we actually? There's no improvement. What improvements are we going to say? Okay, we improved last season. Tell me, what improvements are we going to give last season compared to this season? What are we actually doing this season that can say, hey, where we are right now is better than last season? What hope can you give to our football club when you don't actually do anything? Fine, if I can pick out how many players who I would say who had a good season, I would say maybe 3, 4, 5 players who played in our club that's doing good. Wan-Bissaka's doing good. We've got players like Ollie Scholes who's doing good, and he's coming up from the academy team. We've got Bowen. Bowen scored 12 goals this season. Just what are we actually doing to this? What is actually the problem with our club is the fact that we don't know who should we trust, who should we actually give hope for our club. Don't know who to push forward. You're putting Souček, Rodriguez, and Ward-Prowse, 3 slow players, against players like Elanga, players like Gibbs-White, players like Wood, and you're not. What can you do to prove to our club that you earned that right to wear that shirt? Souček finally scored a couple of goals this season, but again, you're not putting him in the right position. Areola, you know what I find? Areola made a mistake against Forest, which led to Gibbs-White scoring a goal. But why is this happening? Why are we giving goals away? Because you're not doing it. You're not giving a formation for our club that we are not suitable for. But we're not giving the right ideas for our club to perform better. We're not pushing forward if we're doing counter-attacking football. We're not going to be where we need to be if you're going to push us backwards. Back-to-back relegations battle. And this is what I'm saying. Why can't we push forward? Nottingham Forest are in the Champions League. Last season they were in the relegation battle. Why can't we be that Nottingham Forest and have hope? When we went to Liverpool, sometimes there's hope. Sometimes there's like a little bit of hope. But you're in fighting pressure that our defence can't handle. You're putting 5 at the back, 3 or 5 at the back. I don't care what your formation is. You're doing 3 or 5 at the back when you've got team players who can destroy your play. You've got players like Wood and Elanga who can destroy your defence easily. Why? Because you're not tactically masterclass. You're not actually doing your job. You're not actually pushing your team forward because you don't know how to push your team forward. So that's what I'm saying. Potter out. He has to go. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to be saying, thank you, Potter, for saving us here. Thanks for Potter for not getting us into the relegation confirmation. But your time is up. Your time is up. It's time to go. People are going to say, fine, we beat Arsenal at Emirates. We beat United at Old Trafford at home. But fine, loads of teams have beat Man United this season. Loads of teams have beaten Arsenal. Newcastle won 3 times against Arsenal. So then why are we having that luxurious time of having a tactic for masterclass? Why can't we have a match where we don't just sit back and invite the opposition team to go out and give us pressure? And the referee, Simon Barrett, is an absolute disgrace today. He took 6 minutes of added time to give the ball to Forest for them to score a goal. The fact that it took them so long to make sure that Forest gets the goal is humiliating. In my opinion, that is a goal for Forest. I think that was the correct decision. But if it was a correct decision from watching it from the TV or watching it from the stadium or watching it from wherever you're watching, a tablet or in the pub or anywhere, you're going to think, why is it taking that long to think, okay, is Dominguez offside? Yes, he is offside, but he doesn't touch the ball. So if you're giving up so much time to play 106 minutes, wasting our time for your shithousery, dumbassery of how to control the game, why is there VAR? Why can't we have professional referees? Why can't we have the entertainment of having a game without the referee destroying football? And people are going to say in the comments, you're being a hypocrite by saying Dominguez's goal was not offside. So Dominguez was offside, but the amount of time you wasted in a match to referee Simon Barrett, you could have at least continued the game and say, fine, blow the whistle, give the goal, don't care. Until you go to the match and know what it's like to be a spectator or playing at the football match or going to a football manager, you don't know how to do your job. You don't know what's it like for a fan to watch, to waste their time on the referee doing absolutely nothing. Absolute wasted. Today was just absolute wasted. And we only started attacking until the last 20 minutes. We started giving hope. But out of 907 minutes, why are we giving hope? From 70 minutes to 102nd minute. Embarrassing. Why can't we actually? Why is there zero hope for our club? Why is there players in our club that's just not doing their job properly? Embarrassing. And you know what? It's just utter disrespect. Absolute disrespect. You know what? If Ipswich and Leicester and Southampton didn't get relegated and having an underperforming season, we could have been relegated if Ipswich had good performances against likes of Newcastle and Arsenal and Leicester. So we're lucky to be where we are, but we can't enjoy. We can't just say we're safe from the relegation, and with the fact that we are underperforming, we should not be in that situation where we have to worry about the relegation battle. We should be in the top half of the league. With this squad that we have, we should not. We should be in the top half of the league. I think it's bloody embarrassing to be in the situation where we are again and again, and because you have rats in your stadium, you have a fraud running your club. So it's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. When Bayern scored, but yeah, but that doesn't mean anything because we lost today. So well done Forest, but again, this just fucked up our season today. 37 games being fucked. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. The next match is the hate feed for Manchester United versus Tottenham at Bilbao. Then the West Ham versus Ipswich match I'll do. Peace. I'm out. Come on, you Irons. Disgusting, man. Bloody disgusting.